What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, of the myriad of reports coming out about television shows rumored to be in development for Disney Plus, maybe none were as interesting but hard to believe as those that said that Secret Invasion was actually going to be repurposed for the new Disney streaming service. What's more, that story has now been corroborated by multiple industry insiders, and looking more and more likely with this much smoke, there may actually be fire. We're going to break down where these reports are coming from, what it says about the Secret Invasion storyline headed directly into a movie that's heavily rumored to be coming out in 2022, as well as tied to another series that's all but confirmed for Disney Plus. We're going to break the whole thing down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel related stuff, including a limited edition Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, real quickly, before we delve into this, I want to take you back to something that Kevin Feige had said right around the time of the initial Marvel Phase 4 slate reveal, right after the hype of Avengers Endgame, and when at first we found out about all these new properties over at Marvel Studios. He was asked about some overarching villain or theme, some Avengers Endgame level event, or some villain like Thanos arising in the upcoming phases. And what he said specifically about that in his very first quote about what's coming up in Marvel Phase 4 and 5 is that they were working on 2 very different and distinct things, and that they hoped to the audience that it would definitely feel like that. And for one, signaling to most of the fan base, and I think correctly to those who picked up on it, this very obviously meant an Earth-based threat and a cosmic-based threat. But what happens when those are one and the same? And perhaps we were wrong, as the domestic threat might be a cosmic threat as well. And that's what leads us directly into our story today, that's now been corroborated by 2 industry insiders, and seems like it will tie up 3 separate franchises, coming originally from the Breeding Cool a couple of months ago, and then corroborated by industry insider Daniel Richtman only last week, and now re-reported by all the normal trades, indicating that Secret Invasion will be headed to Disney Plus, and is reportedly in its earliest stages of development over at Marvel Studios. The report goes on to say that it'll look to include 2 other Disney series, both WandaVision and the yet-to-be-announced Agents of S.W.O.R.D. that we have covered at the channel, and we'll get into in a minute, as well as leading into Captain Marvel 2, which has been heavily rumored to be tied to one of the remaining release dates during 2022, meaning this series, if truly a lead-in, would air sometime in the end of 2021, and if WandaVision is any roadmap for that, we could easily get it in December of next year. But let's pretend for just a moment that they're not tied to too tight of a release schedule, that Captain Marvel is planned for 2022, but the last release date in that year, giving them the first 3 quarters and a full 2 years from now to both develop, shoot, and release the TV show. And given what they've done in the past, how quickly they film and turn around these shows, that's more than enough time. Now, the Agents of S.W.O.R.D. television show is rumored to be its own series, but S.W.O.R.D. itself has already been introduced into the MCU. We first saw the S.W.O.R.D. base in the post-credits scene for Spider-Man Far From Home, and now given all the leaked set photos we've covered here at the channel on the set of WandaVision, S.W.O.R.D. is not only confirmed, but its logo's been shown. We've seen the base on Earth, and in fact, Monica Rambeau, Maria Rambeau's daughter, who we first met as a kid in Captain Marvel 1, will be an agent for this agency in the upcoming WandaVision series. Now, it was rumored before these set photos even leaked out that this Agents of S.W.O.R.D. television show was in development and was set to replace what was the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and might even include some cameos from some fan favorites on the show or main protagonists, even from the MCU, and Agent Coulson. And again, while this has not yet been confirmed by Marvel, it's kind of hard to have a Secret Invasion Skrulls taking over the establishment when there's no establishment to be had. And with the dissolution of S.H.I.E.L.D. technically all the way back in Captain America Winter Soldier, who knows how long Nick Fury and company have been working on S.W.O.R.D. underground, or should I say in the sky, and if it was just a response to what happened with the snap and was able to be created in the 5 years afterwards. Either way, Skrulls are heavily involved with the operation, and although it was a drastic departure from the comic material to have them be sort of good guys and side with Captain Marvel during the first installment of her franchise, Kevin Feige has said, and quote, their shape-shifting abilities may prove too tempting, and you have to imagine, as is the case with all people and groups of people, some are good and some are bad. With the chaos that would have followed after the snap, and especially if Sword was being developed as a response to that, there would have been a ton of room, should we say, or rather exactly double the amount of room for Skrulls with nefarious intentions to be able to infiltrate places of power, especially in the United States or really all over the world if they had nefarious intentions for Earth. And it could be the case that there are a group of Skrulls who want to do just that. Now, I've made this argument in the past. Once you've played the Skrull trope out, it's sort of hard to do it again, and they kept it to a minimum during Captain Marvel, but the whole mistaken identity and not being able to see a Hydra force growing right underneath you, that's already happened with Nick Fury in the MCU and with S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra. It would be almost a replay for them to do this with Skrulls infiltrating Agents of S.W.O.R.D. Maybe more so the case Skrulls have infiltrated different governments on Earth, and it's S.W.O.R.D.'s job to sort the mess. Either way, if S.W.O.R.D. is going to be involved, and on this level, especially in a Secret Invasion storyline, it would only make sense for them to do a 6-episode Disney series involving S.W.O.R.D. before we even get there. One other thing I will mention in a final thought before I let you go, a lot of these industry insiders, especially recently, have had spot-on information, but sometimes the information gets conflated with what could be and what's actually going on. It could be the case that Disney is actively with Marvel Studios developing this Secret Invasion storyline, but seeding it in to Disney Plus TV shows like WandaVision, and of course now this Agents of S.W.O.R.D. if it comes out, so that when they finally get to Captain Marvel, they can do a Secret Invasion movie, when really it will have been led into the entire time. And we know now that the Disney streaming TV shows will lead seamlessly into the movies, and given the release slate that seems to be going every other, you get a movie, you get a TV show, then you get a movie, then you get a TV show, Disney and Marvel Studios are pretty intent on you picking up their Disney Plus streaming service to make sure you're keeping up to date with the storylines in tow. Now, do I think it would be a missed opportunity to make a Secret Invasion during a Disney Plus TV series? Instead of cramming it into a movie, make it so that you could actually see it in a little longer storytelling form? I think that that would be awesome, but this is the final thought that I was leading to. Can you imagine the amount of money they would have to shell out for the big name actors to be a part of what's essentially 6 movies once a week for a month and a half? That would be such an expensive TV series with all the players you'd need, including Nick Fury himself, Samuel L. Jackson. I can't imagine the budget on that, but maybe it's the case that Disney is doing what they did with Avengers Endgame, and it just doesn't matter what the cost of production is. It has to be done right. If you guys remember from some of the earliest Marvel Studios days, that's how Kevin Feige ended up in the position he's in now. That's how he got president of Marvel Studios. That's why he's the CCO. He didn't care about budget. He was willing to spend as much money as possible, and the people that were over him, namely his boss, who he ended up taking his job, wanted to make sure that they curtailed all of the budgets on these projects. Specifically with Civil War, didn't want to even come close to putting that many superheroes in, said it was looking more like an Avengers movie, to which Kevin Feige said absolutely, and clearly you can see where it got us. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments about all of this. Are you hyped for a Secret Invasion storyline, especially if they would be willing to do it in a 6-episode sort of long storytelling movie TV show series? We definitely know it can be done. It's just a question of whether they want to blow that kind of budget on a TV series like that, and if they do, how hyped will you be to see that leading into Captain Marvel 2? Guys, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, and quickly let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 600,000 subscriber mark. We are headlong into that, could easily hit that by month's end, if not next. We just gave 1 PlayStation 4 Pro away at $550 and 2 away at the 500,000 subscriber mark. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes here at the channel, like the limited edition Infinity Saga box set. We gave the first one away on New Year's Eve. We'll be giving this one away on the 2nd year anniversary of the channel coming up in April, and then we'll be doubling down with the number of prizes we give away here at the channel, all the way up to 1 million over the next couple of years. We'll still be giving away just as many, if not more, PlayStation 4 Pros, and then eventually PlayStation 5s when they come out, as well as tickets and DVDs to all of the Marvel releases we always have in the past. And considering Sony and Marvel have almost tripled their production over the next 2 years, there will be tons of movie tickets, DVDs, other Marvel related stuff to win. Like I said, we're going to double down here at the channel. All you have to do to be entered to win any of the prizes, and all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on, leave a like and a comment on the video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners are announced at the end of videos, and if you've missed any of the past winner announcements, especially the recent ones, no worries. All you have to do is scroll back through the channel, look for the winner announcement plus the sub count in the title, click that video and scroll to the end. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.